Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. I'm currently joining you from my childhood bedroom in Canada. So today's reading is for those of you who have been seeing signs, but you're not sure why this is happening, what the signs are trying to tell you, where they are trying to lead you, and what will happen if you follow them. So in today's reading, we are going to get to the bottom of why these signs are here for you. We may also get some messages about who may be sending you these signs, whether it's a spirit guide or your higher self or someone else's higher self, and how your life may change if you follow these signs. But just before I get into it, I do have a very exciting announcement. As of today, I have a new song out, which is called Now I Don't Care. This song is a collaboration with Maidenfield. All of you watching right now have heard at least one Maidenfield song because he is at the beginning of all of our videos. This is our fourth collab, I think, that we have done together. And this one has a bit of a different vibe than the others so far. It is super upbeat and super fun, and it has an 80s feel to it. It is co-written by Maidenfield and myself, and it's written as a sort of breakup anthem, but it can really be about any situation in which you used to be angry, you used to be pissed, but you got all of that out of your system, you let yourself feel all the feelings, and on the other side, you have now reached a place where you can really say that you truly do not give a shit anymore. Hence the title. You don't get to this place by suppressing your feelings or pretending that you're not angry. You have to feel your way to the other side. I love to explore my shadow side through music and really sit with those emotions that are more heavy. My music and art just feels like a safe place to do that. There's a lot of things and people that this song could be about. It's meant to be a sort of cathartic release of all of that anger and saying, okay, I'm moving on now and I do not care anymore. I'm gonna have the song linked down below if you guys want to check it out, and I'll be super grateful if you do. Thank you so much to everyone who has listened to and supported my music so far, and thank you so much to Maidenfield for allowing me to collaborate with you on another track. Thank you guys so much for listening to that, and now let's get on to the reading.
You know I really truly do not
Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's reading is for those of you who have been seeing signs but maybe need some clarity or confirmation as to why these signs are popping up for you. So we are going to find out what they mean, where they are trying to lead you, and what will happen if you follow these signs. There are 4 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to be showing you each of these crystals up close one by one. If you are drawn to more than one today, that is totally fine, especially for those of you who are seeing multiple different signs that may be trying to convey different messages to you. You may want to choose multiple for today's reading. But without further ado, let's get a close-up look at each of your options. Number 1 is Selenite. Number 2 is Celestite. Number 3 is Lemon Quartz. And number 4 is Green Moonstone. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you guys chose the Selenite, this is going to be a reading all about why you are seeing signs. So we're gonna start off by taking a look at this oracle card, and I actually want to read this from the guidebook. This is the Familiar Spirit Oracle deck, which was kindly sent to me by the creator. So we can think of this part of the reading as like an energy check. If you resonate with the animal that appears for you, if you resonate with the message in the guidebook, then this can be your sign that this is your group. So for my number 1s, we have the wolf, teaching of the master. And let's see what the guidebook says about our wolf. He is on page 60 and 61. The wolf represents the master. It symbolizes teaching, helps you know yourself better, and gives you the strength to the master within you to express itself. To succeed in this, you must take on responsibilities and be absolutely sincere. Sometimes the wolf asks you to seek solitary places to rediscover yourself. It also teaches you to balance your individualism with a sense of belonging to the family and the group. The wolf can give us the energy to teach others, to help them better understand life and find their own path. Through inner work, you become a guide for others and for yourself. The energy of this animal asks you to recognize that you already have the potential to be an example for the people around you. It invites you to make autonomous decisions and follow your path with the intuition and wisdom of a master. And for keywords, we have instinct versus intuition, family, hierarchy, independence versus clan, and inner master. Sorry if I'm stumbling a lot with my words. Anyway, so reading that passage, what came to me very strongly is that you are likely receiving signs from your higher self at this time. They are the one who is orchestrating these signs for you to see. You may also have ancestors around you at this time, as well as family members who are on the other side. And I also think that one reason you are seeing these signs is because it is time for you to level up in life in some way and really step into your personal power. It feels like you're destined for something greater and it's time to enter into a new chapter. So let's take a look at the rest of your oracle cards and see what else we can find out about why you might be seeing these signs. We have fog with nature and the number 21. We have Rose Valley, go forth with a soft and open heart, love, feminine energy, and vulnerability. We have new beginnings. And be bold and make the first move. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Let me lay them out like this. Okay, these numbers could also be relevant to you. We have 1 and 21, as well as the 60 and 61 that were the pages of the guidebook. Okay. Very clearly for this group, it's so cool too that you guys are number 1 and then you have this number 1 card. These signs are appearing for you because you are being informed of a new beginning that is about to happen in your life, or you are being encouraged to initiate a new beginning, a new chapter in your life. The number 1 also gives a feeling of you being a leader, which we spoke about here. You are being a master, you're teaching and influencing other people, you're an example for other people. And it also has a feeling of, I often get this feeling of taking initiative and being a go-getter. So I feel like that matches really well with this cardinal moon card that says be bold and make the first move. So it may be, rather than the signs just telling you this new chapter is going to happen to you, it is more so encouraging you to make choices or to take some action that will start a new chapter in your life. So for those of you who have been wondering whether you should start something new, transition into a new phase in your life, I feel like the signs are actually confirming, like, yes, this is a great idea. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to step into your power. You're going to be really inspiring and a shining example for others. Like, yes, please go for it. Please do this new thing. That is a wonderful idea. So I feel like your higher self, as well as your ancestors and any past unloved ones, if you resonate with that, they are definitely giving you a lot of encouragement right now and helping you to believe in yourself so that you can make these changes. With fog here, I feel like this is representing some kind of vagueness or a lack of clarity. So for some of you, for example, you may be feeling like, I'm ready for a new chapter, but I don't necessarily know what that is, or I have this vague idea of what I want to do to take a new step in my life, but I don't really know what specifically it looks like, or I don't really know how it's going to happen or what my life is going to look like after I do that. I just saw 555, by the way, which is the number of like big changes coming in your life. So this is like a very significant new chapter that your higher self is trying to let you know about. But with that being said, I feel like the vagueness is okay. This Rose Valley card is asking you to accept the uncertainty and just move forward with faith. And I feel like for some of you, you may be trying to like fully decipher the sign before taking the next step. And I feel like it's actually that the sign is just telling you to make the first move. The sign is just telling you to take the first step forward. And that is when the next steps will be revealed to you. Yeah. They're trying to, I want to say like hype you up to make the first move and to just go for it. Like it's a little bit of a leap of faith that I think you're being encouraged to take, and you're being reassured that as you move forward, more will be revealed to you. But it was never, like your higher self was never supposed to or never intended to reveal everything to you before you took the first step. So there is a bit of faith that is required. And yeah, with vulnerability here, this new chapter may involve you sort of bearing yourself to the world, like showing something that you care a lot about, or expressing yourself in a more vulnerable way. This could also be opening yourself up to risk, you know, like there's the risk of, I don't want to say failure, because there's a risk of challenges. There's a risk of challenges, there's a risk of judgment perhaps, there's a risk of going through some rejections. But when you do anything that is worthwhile or anything that you really care about, there is that necessity to make yourself vulnerable. Even the open book on the wolf card. And wolf, you know, the lone wolf, it's like someone who usually likes to be private, someone who usually likes to work behind the scenes. This new chapter is asking of them to be more open and to be more vulnerable and to share more. Yeah, super clear messages here though. It's like if you're confused, it's because you need to make the first move and you need to move forward to have more revealed to you. So we're getting into the tarot now, and we're going to see what else we can reveal. What are these signs leading you to, and what will your life be like if you follow it? Okay, so we have the Wheel, which this is also a number 1 card. It's the number 10, which reduces to 1. So more new beginning energy. We have the King of Cups. Oh my gosh, I just dropped a bunch of them. But we have the Devil, and this, okay, that makes a lot of sense. The Devil is the card that came out face up, so I'm gonna take this one, but we also had a bunch of cards falling out of the deck face down with this one, so I'm gonna make a mental note of that. I feel like that's significant. What else does group number 1 need to know about these signs? We have Justice, number 11. Oh, and also this would be a number 6 card, being the number 15. I feel like the numbers 1, 2, and 6, and 7 could be significant to this group. Then we have the 5 of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And I actually meant to look at the yeah. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card. So there's definitely message encouraging you to take a leap of faith. I'm gonna fix the lighting because it just got a little bit much. Okay, I just fixed the lighting and also saw 1111 as I was doing that. Yeah, so the Fool definitely confirms again that it's time to embark on a new journey and take a leap of faith. It's time to involve yourself in something that may be like not only new, but a little bit unfamiliar. Something that you don't know much about or have a lot of experience in, or that you can't really imagine what it's going to go like. And your higher self is saying to you that just going for it is the only way to find out. I think also with the Wheel here, and I don't say this to like rush you or make you feel urgent, but your higher self may be trying to tell you that now is a really good time to go for it, because external circumstances are just lined up in such a way that if you act now, your trajectory is going to be very smooth and it's going to be very favorable. I guess an example for this would be like, now is the best time to leave your house, because if you left a little bit earlier, you would hit traffic, or if you left a little bit later, you would hit traffic, and like you're gonna get to your destination either way. But if you leave right now, that's gonna be the smoothest way to do it. Like everything outside is lined up in your favor, so that like if you leave now, you're gonna get all the green lights, you're not gonna hit any traffic, or you're gonna see a beautiful sunset. So you know, you're gonna be successful no matter when you go for it. So I don't want this to be like a act now or else, but your higher self may be encouraging you that now is a really good time, or like soon is a very good time to go for it, because you're just gonna have like the easiest or best or smoothest time. You would be even, I think this person has, yeah, this person has dice around their neck. So there's a feeling of luck with this card. You would have really good luck. You would line up with really good luck if you acted now. And I think that your higher self also wants to let you know these signs are appearing to remind you that the universe is working in your favor. The universe wants you to succeed, because this endeavor, or whatever it is that you're moving into, this new chapter, it's in alignment with your best happiness, and it's also in alignment with others' best interests. Because like we saw with the Wolf card, people are going to be very inspired by you, or learn from you, or heal from you by this new chapter that you're entering into. And definitely with the King of Cups, these signs are appearing to let you know that you are on the right path and to trust your intuition, which I think the Wolf card talked about as well. Wolves might be an important symbol for you guys. If you aren't seeing it yet, like look out for the wolf, because I feel like it's reminding you of how powerful you are and reminding you that you are on the right path. I'm also noticing this boat in the background. Whenever I see like a boat or a ship sailing over the sea in a card, it does make me think of a promising long-term venture. So whatever this next chapter is, or this new energy that you're entering into, it is likely going to last for a long time. It will bless you, and it will be a chapter that you thrive in, I want to say, for many years to come. Yeah, and your higher self probably wants to confirm this to you. Now with the Devil, and I'm remembering that this Devil card came out with like a lot of cards fell out at the same time. I actually didn't see what any of them were, which might be a message in itself. The Devil talks about fears and limiting beliefs, things that are holding you back. You can see this Devil has this person as a puppet on a string, and this person feels scared, like they can't believe in themselves, they don't know what to do. So I often feel like this Devil represents just that inner voice that we have that tells us everything's gonna go to shit and we're a failure and we're not good enough, and fills our head with every possible thing that could go wrong. And so the fact that we had all of those cards fall out with this Devil card, you might sometimes just feel like your head is swimming with all of these, like, what if I can't do it? And what am I gonna do when this happens along the road? What about this? What about that? What if it doesn't work? And I do think that the signs are here to ease those worries and to let you know it's gonna be okay, but you can only see that it's gonna be okay if you go for it. And I wonder if sometimes you see these signs, but you just like dismiss them, or you feel like it's all in your head. There's something about being in resistance to this message. You actually might receive this message a lot, that like, go for it, you're gonna be successful, it's gonna be amazing. And I feel like you keep coming up to this message because deep down, your soul believes it. And your higher self will tell you as many times as you need to hear it, but it's like you keep coming back because your mind doesn't want to accept it. Yeah, I feel like there's this part of you that is in resistance to this message because of the fears. So you'll keep seeing these signs over and over again because your higher self really wants to give you reassurance. Like, yes, it's going to be okay, but you know, we can keep telling you over and over and over that it's going to be okay, but at some point you have to just take that first step and go for it to see for yourself that things will be okay. Like, this is as much as we can do before you take that leap of faith. As much as we can do is just reassure you and reassure you and reassure you, but we cannot really show you the beauty of what awaits you unless you step into it, unless you just take that first step. And that's what they're really trying to help you do right now. And I love that we have this Justice card as well, because I really feel the universe saying to you, we are in this together. Like, the way these are equal and balanced, I really feel like the universe is saying it's going to be a joint effort. I will create this new reality with you. I often see a lot with Justice as well, like you being deserving and you being worthy, because Justice is the one who determines what is fair, what is right, what is coming to you. And so all of the things that you dream of, it's almost like with these even scales, the universe is affirming that yes, it is fit for you. What you desire, what you envision yourself doing, it makes so much sense. It's only natural that you would manifest these things. It's only natural that you would step into this role and step into this new life. That is exactly what you have coming to you. Like, if you are the question, this new life is the answer, I guess is one way of putting it. And with the devil, I feel like the devil is just preventing you from seeing that. It distorts your perception, because what you don't see is that it is so fitting, it is so natural, it makes so much sense for you to have this new beginning and for you to step into this new reality. It's like, it's just what you will naturally grow into. And the universe is promising whatever steps you take, whatever efforts you put in, I'm going to match that, basically. Like, we are going to be equally co-creating this. This next chapter may also have to do with some kind of official commitment, some new contract, or something that is in writing. Justice just feels like an official contract being signed, or this official document states that you have entered into this new chapter. So there's something of a level, like there's a level of committing to something for the long term, and you being seriously committed to something, not just like, oh, I'm trying this on a whim and we'll see. And maybe that also brings more elements of fear and uncertainty, like knowing that this is going to be a long-term commitment, and it's not just something like, oh, I'll just try it, I'll just try this and see how it goes. Like, you might have to make some kind of investments or rearrange your life to make space for this new thing, or you might have to like sign something. It doesn't feel casual. Like, it feels quite like a serious, real thing, like a real new chapter that is objective to everyone around you and that is recognized by others. But you're ready for it and you deserve it. Like, this is your truth. This new chapter is allowing you to step into the truth of who you are, which is a leader, a teacher, a healer, I want to say as well, and an example for other people. I feel like you're showing a lot of people that this life is possible. You're going to be the success story. You're going to be the example. Yeah, I feel with the Five of Wands as well. It's like, I often feel frazzled energy with the Five of Wands and like inner conflict. And then we have this Knight of Cups, which, oh, I wonder if some of you have like a partner who is helping you, or like a new love interest who is helping you, because Justice does make me think that as well, you know? Being ruled by the sign of Libra and talking about partnerships, and the scales make me think of counterparts, and then the Knight of Cups makes me think of like someone who loves you or really cares about you, who is coming in to help you. Yeah, like you might have a partner, like a romantic partner or a love interest or a loved one who is going to help you on this journey, who is going to lighten some of the load for you, or just be like a source of moral support. So I also feel like your higher self wants you to know that you won't be doing this alone. I feel like there's someone in your life who, when the inside of your brain feels like this, like when your mind is really frazzled and going in 8 different directions a million miles an hour, and like you don't know what to do, there's someone who comes in and just like eases all of your worries. And if you don't have a person like that, they're probably going to come into your life very soon and maybe even make taking this leap of faith easier for you. This just feels like someone who has the effect of completely calming you down and letting you know that everything's going to be okay, and reminding you of the power that you have, you know? And I'm hearing it's only love that can quiet this devil, you know, that inner voice that tells you all the ways that you're wrong, or all the ways that it's going to go wrong. Only love can quiet this devil. You know, love that comes from within yourself, but also from the people around you. And I do feel like this is an external person who just soothes you so much and just lets you know that everything is going to be okay. And I also think that there's a message with the Knight of Cups of there's no rush, you know, we can take it one day at a time. The Knight of Cups often feels that way to me. Like, let's just take it slow. Let's not get anxious about having to do this by a certain time. Let's just take things one day at a time. Yeah. This is a beautiful message. I'm so excited for you guys, and please do let me know, like, those of you who have a new venture on your mind or a new reality that you're trying to step into, because I feel like this energy, it could be applied to so many different situations and so many different journeys. So I would love to hear what path you are on, if you would like to, of course, if you would like to let us know in the comments. But I just know that you guys are going to do amazing things, and the signs are here to really confirm to you that this is the way to go and to keep going forward. Like I said, they're not necessarily here to tell you every single thing that's going to happen and how everything is going to play out, because that would rob you of the opportunity to trust your intuition and listen to your gut and feel that amazing rewarding feeling when things do go well, and be like, oh my gosh, my gut was telling me this whole time. My intuition was telling me this whole time. And I also think a big point of this journey is like proof that you don't have to know exactly how it's going to happen. You just have to believe in the vision. And if you just keep going forward one step at a time, you will make it happen. That's really what I think your higher self wants you to experience and wants to prove to you. So like, what is it? Is delineating the word? Like lining up each and every step and showing you exactly how it's going to happen. It would totally defeat the purpose, I think. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing for my group number ones. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick a card readings, just like this one, and you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song. I will also have my latest release link down below, and finally my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to your higher self, to anyone who appeared in this reading directly or indirectly, your ancestors, your family, your spiritual team. Did I say your spirit guides? Your spirit guides and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I wish you guys the best of luck in everything that you're doing. I know it's gonna go great, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the Celestite, this is going to be your reading. I did just want to mention that literally as I pressed play, or what is it, press record, and started to film your reading, it is 4:44 p.m. right now. So that might be a number that is relevant to you, or look out for that number. But we're going to start off your reading by looking at this oracle card, and I want to read this one from the guidebook. This is from the Familiar Spirit Oracle, which I have just received. It was kindly sent to me by the creator, and so this can be sort of like an energy check for you. If you do resonate with the animal that appears or the message in the guidebook that appears for you, then that can be your sign that this is your group. So let's see what my group number twos have. We have the Hare, Luck Beyond Fear. And let's see what the guidebook says. So the Hare passage is on page 28. The hare assists you in overcoming your fears and cultivating trust in your abilities. It's a symbol that points to the need to confront your fears in order to support the creation of prosperity and fertility at all levels of life. Considered a lunar animal, the hare represents creative forces. It signifies the beginning of a new phase in your life. It could be a new love, a new project, or a new path to embark upon, whatever the novelty. It will succeed after fear is overcome. The keywords are fertility, rebirth, speed, ingenuity, abundance, shyness, avoidance, and turn fears into creativity. Okay, so for my group number twos, one of the reasons you are seeing signs is definitely letting you know of abundance coming into your life, and that you are currently being assisted in overcoming any fears or blockages that stand in the way of you really experiencing this abundance. There was also messages of creation and creativity, so I wonder if there are a lot of creatives who chose this group 222 as I'm saying that, and you guys are group number two as well. So there may be signs letting you know about abundance through a certain creative endeavor, or encouraging you to involve yourself in more creative things. Hares or rabbits could be a significant spirit animal for you. You may see this animal as a sign of abundance coming into your life, or that this is a fertile time to plant new seeds, to start new things. There could also be like someone born in the year of the rabbit in the Chinese zodiac could be relevant to you. But let's get into the rest of your oracle cards to see what else we can figure out about these signs. We have music, like I've literally just been talking about creativity and creative people, and then we have music coming out. Breathing forest, feel the earth below your feet, nature, grounding energy, and balance. Then we have nature. And the answers you need are coming with the full moon in Gemini. Okay, yeah, so funny that we got a music card. So music may actually be a way that messages are communicated to you. Maybe you've already noticed this, like someone has been communicating to you through music, or this may be something to look out for from now on. Oh, okay, yeah. If you are looking for answers, like if there's a specific answer to a question or a specific, I'm having a lot of trouble with my words today, by the way, and I'm gonna blame Mercury in retrograde. But anyway, if there's a specific issue or a specific thing in your life that you need guidance on, this may be a message for you. Pay attention to the music that you are listening to, the title of the song, the feeling that the song gives you, the lyrics in the song. These may be even like, you may be watching a music video or listening to a song on YouTube, for example, and one of the comments that somebody left could have answers for you. So you may receive answers when you're listening to music or adjacent to your music listening experience. That may be something to keep an eye out for, or keep an ear out, I should say, from now on. Even the fact that this hair has big old ears and it looks like the, whatever this is called, is directed at the rabbit's ears, that could also be a sign that you are going to hear the answers that you need. They will come to you through your hearing. They will come to you through clairaudience. I also feel like this could be a sign for some of you that you are destined to be a musician, or maybe you are destined to be with a musician as well. But music is definitely important for this group. We have breathing forest with the keyword nature, and then we have a nature card here as well. That word is coming out twice. I think there is a message here that when you're manifesting your dream reality, it will always happen in a way that comes naturally to you and will never happen in a way that requires you to abandon your natural self or stray from what feels natural to you. Like, you won't have to do anything that is drastically out of character or that feels wrong to you or that feels weird to you. Just by being yourself and doing what is natural to you, that is how you will birth this new reality. Yeah, seriously, for this group, pay attention to the things that you hear, because there was just a whole ass conversation going on in the other room and I stopped filming for a minute, but you could literally hear the answers that you need spoken by other people, even if they're not directly speaking to you. Like, you could be on the bus or you could be in a restaurant or something and the people next to you are having a conversation that is actually relevant to something that you're going through, and there may be certain things that are spoken that jump out at you and it's exactly what you need to hear. And even with all of this nature that we have here, like we have the keyword nature here, we have nature here, it does kind of give the feeling of the earth communicating messages to you. Like, there will be messages and answers that you need all around you. Like, the external world is informing you anything that you need to know and showing up at exactly the right time. I also think with these messages of nature, spending time in nature could bring the answers that you need, almost as if Mother Earth has some important things to communicate to you. So whether you are in the forest spending time with the trees, or you are by the ocean, or you are in your garden or in a nearby park, like sitting in nature, you could receive messages from the trees, from the ocean, from the animals. The answers are really all around. They are being reflected to you. So let's get into the tarot now. And so for this part of the reading, we're going to see anything else you need to know about why these signs are here and what your life will be like if you follow them. What do my group number 2s need to know about these signs and where are these signs leading them. We have the Six of Pentacles, okay, definitely leading you to abundance. We have, oh my gosh, we have the Ten of Pentacles, again, leading you to abundance. This is coming through loud and clear. Then we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. And then I'm going to take the bottom of the deck energy as well. We have the Four of Swords, and we can see this person is sleeping. So you may also be getting signs and messages in your sleep. You might have dreams that are relevant, or you might wake up with a certain thought or a certain idea that is like fresh in your mind. Yeah, so like I said, strong signs of abundance coming through with the Six and the Ten of Pentacles. I also want to say that earth sign people could be significant to this group. I was kind of thinking that with these two cards, they give off an earthy vibe, and then we have two earth cards here. So people with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements could be significant. People with a Gemini moon as well, or a Taurus moon, could be significant. I also wonder if, because this is full moon in Gemini, I wonder if actually when there is a full moon in Gemini could be a significant time for you. I believe that would be around the end of the year. I'm actually going to look that up and put like a subtitle, at least for 2024, when the full moon in Gemini is going to be, because that could be a significant time for you. But yes, Six of Pentacles, it definitely gives a feeling of you receiving abundance. Also that you're going to be receiving the assistance you need and the resources that you need. Because the Six of Pentacles, yes, okay, it also has this feeling of a mutual energy exchange, like a give and take. So in creating your abundance and in creating the lifestyle that you want, in creating the career that you want, you are going to be manifesting connections with people who can help you, but you can help them just as much. So it's going to be a fair exchange. And I'm hearing that this is important so that you don't, like, you can receive this help comfortably rather than like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad that you're giving so much to me, or that you feel indebted to someone, or also that you feel your success is not really yours because this person helped me, or anything like that, because it's going to be an equal exchange. So just as much as other people help you, you are going to be able to help those people too. It feels more like a collaboration or an exchange rather than just one-sidedly someone giving things to you. And that's going to be a lot more fulfilling for you, and it's going to make your progress and your success and your growth more meaningful to you. This could be one specific connection, like you have a partnership with someone and you are helping each other, equally sharing with each other, but it could also just be in general that you are manifesting these types of connections. And actually, on that note, you are now, like, if there's new people coming into your life, I'm hearing that you've started to manifest connections with people whom you are meant to become like. So just for one example, of course, this can be applied to so many different situations, but let's say you've met a few new people recently and they all happen to be musicians. That could be a sign that you are meant to enter into this position yourself. So you may find that the new people coming into your life have the same profession, or they have a certain kind of lifestyle, or they have certain kind of talents. And the reason you're starting to attract this specific type of person is because that is who you are currently becoming. It's like you're manifesting connections with people whom you are currently becoming like. and you're going to join them in that lifestyle and join them on their level. And again, I feel like it's really like your external world reflecting things back to you, because we talked about you receiving answers like in music that you're listening to or overhearing a conversation, like it's coming from the outside in. And I feel like this is kind of the same thing, because it's like these people are coming into your life to reflect to you something that is inside of you, like the person you're in the process of becoming, which is really, really cool. I also feel with this 10 of Pentacles that you are bringing in your soul family. So the signs could also be trying to tell you that you're bringing in your soul family. And I also feel like you're waking up to the type of connection that you need. I'm hearing rather than just spending time with anyone who comes in, or sharing your time and energy and love with anyone who comes in, you might be being more selective and recognizing, this is the type of person I need in my life. This is the type of relationship that I need to really support me. And you know, this is the type of connection that I want to entertain. Like really getting a strong image of the type of person your soul family members are, or even waking up specifically to who your soul family is. And there's already a few of them in your life right now, I think. And you will be manifesting more soul family connections as you move forward. So I feel like that could be another thing that the signs are trying to tell you. The messages that are communicated to you, it could be the higher selves of your soul family who are reaching out and communicating to you. You could be manifesting the person you will start a family with, if that is something that you want to do, or just build your long-term future with. Or if you're already with someone right now, I feel like this card is confirming that this is the person you will have your family with. This is the person that you will build your long-term future with. I'm also hearing build your empire with, like build your home, build your empire, build your life with. You are manifesting the people that you will build your life with. I also wanted to point something out. I made a mental note when I was shuffling because of the way this 10 of Pentacles came out. It was like, and I wish you could see the deck. It's just that this table is really long. Like I'm actually sitting quite far back in this direction. So when I'm shuffling, you can't really see it unless I outstretch my arms a lot. But the deck was really freaking messy. I was holding onto it like this and all the cards were going out in a bunch of directions. And then the 10 of Pentacles just bloop, so nicely, so neatly out of this chaos, out of this mess. And I think another message for you guys, group number 2s. Oh, what did I do? I accidentally flipped it over. I wasn't paying attention, and then I flipped over the Queen of Wands, which let's leave that. I feel like she's a lovely energy. Let's keep our Queen of Wands and 4 of Swords. I feel like another message for this group is that it's very clear to me you are creating your dream lifestyle where you have your dream job and your ideal material and financial situation. The process of creating that oftentimes could feel like chaos. I have this image of a painter who is just like splashing colors onto their canvas, and the painter is saying, oh my gosh, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. I feel like I'm spinning out of control. I have no idea what I'm doing. And then they step back and they have created a masterpiece without even realizing what they were doing in the process. So a lot, maybe not all, but a lot of creating your dream life might feel like this chaos, might feel like you're improvising, that you're just winging it and going through trial and error and being like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. But all the while you're actually doing an amazing job. If you have created anything, you will know there is a stage in that creative process where it looks like a mess and you're like, I don't even know what the direction is of this, but it just all comes together magically in the end. And I feel like this is what it's gonna be like when you are creating this life, just based on how the 10 of Pentacles came out. Definitely there's messages of encouragement with the 7 of Wands, because the 7 of Wands really is a fight. You're fighting for something. So I think another reason you are seeing signs is because your soul family and your higher self want to communicate to you, keep going, keep fighting. And I love how this person on the Seven of Wands cards is looking at the Ten of Pentacles, because this is your long-term future. This is the empire that you build with your partner or partners and with your soul family. And it's so important with the Seven of Wands to pick your battles, that you're not just fighting for the sake of fighting. And the fact that this person is looking at the Ten of Pentacles, it just really shows this is a fight worth fighting for. You know, going through the chaos, going through the uncertainty, going through the challenges, it is so worth it, because what you are manifesting is this Ten of Pentacles. So another big message the signs are trying to tell you is it's all going to be worth it in the end. It's going to be worth all the effort you put in. It's going to be worth all the struggles that you might come up against. Because what matters more than this? Like, what matters more than your family? Whether that be your biological family, your soul family, your chosen family. I really feel like that is whom you are doing this for. That is whose future you are working for. And what is more worth it than that? You know? So your soul family is communicating to you to keep going and to keep fighting. And I think a lot of it is going to be the challenges. A lot of them may be emotional in nature, because this person is not physically fighting against external obstacles. It looks like an inner fight. So it may be, yeah, like we talked about in the hair passage, fighting against your fears, fighting against uncertainty, against discouragement, against disappointment. Those things can make you feel like you want to give up. So that might be the biggest thing that you have to keep pushing forward, even with those fears, even with that uncertainty. And your soul family wants you to know that it is all going to be worth it in the end. We have the Three of Wands as well, which shows expansion, which shows growth. It can also show stepping out of your comfort zone. I often see it that way. So for some of you, the signs could be the signs are encouraging you to go out of your comfort zone, and they're also here to let you know that you can move forward even with fear. You don't have to be, like, courage is not that you're not afraid. Courage is that you are afraid and you're doing it anyway. I also think that the signs are here to let you know how proud your spiritual team and your soul family are of you, that you continue to move forward even with your fears and even with your uncertainties. I also feel like in this new chapter of your life that you're moving into, you are encouraged to be expressive, be creative, like we've been talking about, but also to take up more space, especially because we got this Queen of Wands as well. So you may be gaining more visibility, stepping into a spotlight of sorts, being more vocal, being more expressive. This is what your new chapter entails. And that you will build confidence in the process of doing so. As an example, I'm seeing someone who is faced with performing on stage and they're like, no, I cannot do that. I need to build confidence first. And your spiritual team is saying, but you will build the confidence through performing repeatedly. So you can do it even when you're scared. You can do it even when you don't feel confident. And doing that over and over again is what will make you confident. And if you don't feel like this already, I do see you stepping into an energy where you are outgoing, where you actually enjoy this spotlight and you enjoy entertaining others, you enjoy being seen, maybe you enjoy performing. I'm kind of seeing the word ham is coming to my mind. You know, like when you're a ham, you put on a show and you take up space and you're loud. I'm also thinking of Flamboyant by Dorian Electra, which is an excellent song. Very good. Yeah, I feel like this group in some way you could be meant to be creators or performers, or meant to take the stage, meant to be seen, meant to be heard, meant to take up space. And if you're not already, that is going to become something that you are not only very comfortable doing, but that you love it. There's a line in Flamboyant where they say, I do it big and take up lots of space. You know, I like to get up in your face. And I think that's the energy that you're going to step into. And I really feel some of you maybe not really in this energy right now. You're like, oh, don't look at me, don't perceive me, or feeling shy or feeling stage fright. That is going to change. I feel like that is not a part of your inherent personality. That's just fears that you have latched onto, or fears that have latched onto you as you have moved through your life. But when you strip all of that away, I feel like at heart you are like an entertainer, a creative, a performer, a speaker. You want to express yourself, and you really do light up the room. You have that quality about you, and you are very charming and very likable. And I hope that you realize that soon if you haven't realized that already. With the Three of Wands as well, there may be a destination that is calling to you, a certain part of the world that is really speaking to you. Just looking at this person looking out over the sea. Yeah, there may be a certain part of the world that is calling to you, whether that is for short-term travel or long-term travel, or perhaps even relocation, but that could be confirmation for some of you. And then, yeah, we have the Four of Swords, which I do think was talking about you receiving signs in your sleep, but I also think, oh, I just realized she's in a nest. Yes, because I was gonna say, I feel like this is also about cultivating peace in your life and feeling really content with where you're at in your life. And the fact that she's in a nest and she has the heart, and we've been talking about your family, you know, your people, your important connections, your soul group, like that's your nest, that's your home. And I really do feel when it comes to where the signs are leading you, they are leading you home. They are leading you to your person or to your people, to your family. That's really it. That is where that's where it's leading you. And again, I feel like the types of people you've been manifesting into your life, they either are literally your soul family, or they're showing to you the type of person you will become, and the type of person that you're meant to be surrounded by. My camera really wants to focus on this image. This image could be significant. And it kind of looks like someone waking up, right? Going from sleeping to waking up. There could also be like a message about twins, because this is Gemini, which is the sign of the twins. So if you feel like you have a twin flame, or if you do have one, they could be communicating to you as well, their higher self. And it's funny, we have the flames here too. Yeah, because it just really is giving the vibe of you settling into your home and settling with the people you are meant to be with, and you know, having this beautiful reciprocal exchange with them, doing something for a living that you're really content with. But yeah, being seen and taking up space is also really important. So I think that those are all of the messages for my group number 2s. So I'm gonna end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this group. It's gonna be wonderful. And I said the same thing for group number 1, but it's been amazing energy so far. So thank you very much for allowing me to sit with this energy and to do this reading for you. And I wish you guys all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm gonna have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick a card readings just like this one, and you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song. I'll also have my latest release link down below, and finally my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to your higher self, your soul family, your twin or divine counterpart. If you are in that kind of connection, I'm sending love to them as well, and to your whole soul family, your whole spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number threes. So if you guys chose the lemon quartz, this is going to be a reading all about why you are seeing these signs. So I want to start by taking a look at this oracle card, and I actually want to read this from the guidebook. This is the Familiar Spirit Oracle, which I received recently. It was so kindly sent to me by the creator. So this part of the reading can be like an energy check if you resonate with the animal that appears for you, or if you resonate with the passage in the guidebook, then that can be your sign that this group is for you. So let's see what we have. For my group number threes, we have the bull with consistent perseverance. And let's see what the guidebook says. With the bull as well, the sign of Taurus or Taurus season could be significant to this group. So the bull is on page 13 of the guidebook. The bull teaches you the importance of having a consistent and reliable work ethic. While the bull is patient, it can also be stubborn. It won't give up until you figure out what you need most, whether it's modesty, perseverance, or protecting your area from unwanted forces. The bull is the essential masculine figure, often connected with male deities in ancient culture. The bull represents male fertility and potency above all else. Along with this, bulls are connected with energy, stamina, endurance, protection, and aggression. The keywords are honesty, stability, stubbornness, reliability, protection, and fertility. Okay, I'm just thinking about how it said that the bull is the essential masculine figure and it's connected with male deities. That could be a hint about who is sending you these signs. It could very well be a male deity or a masculine spirit guide, or even an angel who is often portrayed as male. And then I also think this is a strong sign that the signs are telling you to keep going, to keep doing what you're doing, to persevere. So we're going to get into the rest of the oracle cards and see what else we can figure out about these signs. So we have insects with the number 18. We have the life laundromat, choose your own destiny, choices, destiny, and consequences. We have change with the number 5. And finally, we have conclusions are within reach with the full moon eclipse. Okay, it's interesting that we got insects here. I wonder if for some of you, you are seeing insects as signs, like spiders, for example, or butterflies or ladybugs. It could be anything. Or you are being encouraged to look out for insects as they could be a sign for you. We also have the number 18 on this card, which does make me think of the moon card in tarot, which there are dogs on that card, and there are also like lobster looking things. So those animals could also be significant in some way. But I also think that this could be indicating that you see signs at nighttime or when you are sleeping and dreaming. Even the fact that this is a night sky, I feel like is telling. We have the eye here. So you could also see signs through your clairvoyant abilities, or this is letting us know that a lot of the signs will be visuals for you, things that you see as opposed to like hearing. It looks to me that one thing the signs are trying to tell you is that a chapter of your life is coming to an end. What I will say is that this feels less like you choosing to end something. It feels more like an ending that is bound to happen. Like something in your external world that will indicate to you that an ending is happening in your life. However, once this does come to an end, it will be up to you how you choose to move forward. It will be up to you what is next. It's interesting that there was that message about persevering and keep doing what you're doing, because I actually feel like you may be faced with this decision to make when this ending happens in your life and you get to start over. It's like, do I want to go? Okay. For some of you, it's that there's an ending happening and you will be faced with a choice of, do I want to keep doing more of the same thing in my next chapter, or do I want to try something different? But for others of you, the way it came through is that rather than an ending, it might be that there's a pause. There's a pause happening in your life. Something is on a break, something is on hold. You are kind of taken away from your usual schedule and your usual things, and you're on a break from them. And then when the break is over, it's this decision of, do I go back to the original thing that I was doing? Do I resume business as usual? Or do I use this break as a chance to break free and try something else now? And with this choose your own destiny, I really do feel like the choice is up to you. So rather than signs telling you what you should do, I think it's more so indicating to you that this is happening, like giving you a heads up that there is an opportunity for change if you so desire. And I think encouraging you to stick with your gut and to believe that you're going to make the right decision. Maybe this is a mixed group, because for some of you, change, the message of change is coming through, and for others, we have like perseverance and keep going. So I don't think that this reading is going to be about like, in this situation, you should do this. You should stay doing what you're doing, or you should do something different. Because I think the correct answer is different for each and every one of you. So this is less about saying you should choose path A or you should choose path B, just that this ending or pause is happening that will bring you to this kind of crossroads, and you need to know that it is up to you, that you are choosing your own destiny, that there is not a right answer that you'll be rewarded for or a wrong answer that you will be punished for, that it is really in your hands, that if you don't want to lose what you have, you can keep it. And if you want to build something new from the ground, you can do that. I think the signs just want to let you know that you can do whatever it is that you want to do, and to not, when making your decision, to not even bring in that factor of, well, that's probably not going to work even if I want it, so I should do this. Like, to not make your choice out of a fear that you can't have what you want. I think really at the end of the day, the signs are telling you that you can have what you want, and reminding you of how strong you are and how powerful you are, like this bull, and that with determination, you will be successful in anything. I'm hearing if you do something for long enough, you will be successful. So as long as you're patient and as long as you're consistent, you can make any choice work for you. There is no, you will be successful here and not there. You should do this rather than that. There is none of that. It's if you choose it, and if you commit to it, and if you're determined, you will make it happen. The signs are trying to tell you actually that your destiny is in your own hands. And that can feel scary maybe, but I think it is meant to be a very empowering message. So let's get into your tarot now. And we're gonna see if there's any other hints about where these signs are leading you and what will happen if you follow them. I don't know why, but I just got the example of someone who's choosing if they want to stay in a relationship or not. I don't know if this is actually your situation or if it's just a good example, but the message for that person would be, you need to know that if you do choose to stay in this relationship, you can make it work and you will be happy. You also need to know that if you do choose to leave this relationship, you will meet someone else and you will be happy with them. Which means that at the end of the day, it's not about what is right or wrong or about what you should or shouldn't do. It is literally just about what you want. It's like you need to know that you can create a good outcome either way. So the only thing you should be thinking about is what you want to do. And I just feel that that is like scary. That message is scary for some people. And maybe even some of you are not used to thinking about what you want. That may even feel foreign, or like, I don't know how to remove all the other factors and just tune into my pure and deep desire. Whether it's because you're used to operating out of fear, making decisions to avoid bad outcomes rather than making decisions from a place of actual desire and enthusiasm. Maybe it's because other people always play a bigger part. It's always, oh, well, I'll just do what you want to do. And to the point where just saying, I want this can feel foreign. But yeah, it all comes down to what you choose to do. You are choosing your destiny. Not choosing based on what the outcome is going to be. Because you have the power to make a good outcome no matter what. That's how strong you are. That's how determined your soul is. So what else do my group number 3s need to know about these signs? We have, that makes a lot of sense. We have the 7 of Cups, which is about having choices laid out in front of you. It can often talk about being overwhelmed by these choices. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Love that. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the moon. So there's that number 18. Number 18. I wonder if 18 is a significant number for this group. And then there's those dogs that I was talking about. The dogs howling at the moon. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot, which that's kind of cool because on the moon card, there's the white and black dog. And on the Chariot, there's the white and black horse. Other signs that you may be seeing is the yin and yang, because just the black and white creatures are making me think of yin and yang. So you might get signs pertaining to that symbol or pertaining to that theme. And also like duality. So you might get signs in 2s. For example, you might see 2 spiders together, or you might see numbers repeating in 2s, or you'll see the same sign twice in a day. Something about pairs could be significant in your signs. You may also be receiving signs about a specific partnership, like a significant relationship in your life, or there's a higher self of a counterpart who's communicating to you, and these 2 creatures kind of represent you and them. Like for example, if you saw, I had a friend who was seeing doves, or I can't remember if it was doves or pigeons, because it's the same word in Japanese, so I don't remember. But they were seeing them in pairs, like they would see 2 pigeons or doves nestled together. And I think they are the same animal, just doves are like the fancier one. But anyway, I wonder if that is a dove, if that's what that is. Okay, anyway, let me stop rambling about pigeons and let's get into it. Actually, the Knight of Wands is what I feel like talking about first, because it is giving a hint that the right choice for you will feel like something that lights you up. The right choice for you will raise your self-esteem. It will be what makes you feel more confident, what makes you feel better about yourself, what feels lighter, what lifts your spirits, what you feel motivated towards. It will not feel heavy. It will not feel like this is what I just have to do. It will feel like fire. It will feel exciting. And so it is important to make sure that that fire in you is not suppressed so that you can properly feel it, because it could be suppressed out of shame or out of a feeling of obligation. I think sometimes we tend to think that going with our passion or going with what is exciting or going with what is fun is irresponsible or immature or something like that. I think a lot of us struggle with what we truly want versus what we feel we should do, and what we feel we should do often wins, or we often prioritize that again and again and again, to the point that that fire of passion, I don't want to say we become disconnected from it, because it's always there, but it gets harder to feel, I think, or harder to tap into. So one piece of advice might be to get back in touch with that fire that is inside you, that passion that is inside you, because that is what's going to inform you when you are on the right path. It will feel like vibrant, it will feel exciting. And there's also a message about feeling more like yourself, or feeling like your self-esteem is being raised. When you are on the right path, you will have a high self-esteem. And on that note, it's very important, if you're suffering from low self-esteem or feeling insecure, to not blame yourself for that, because it's likely a result of the path that you're on, the environment that you're in, the circumstances that you're in, the people who are around you. It's not like, oh, it's not a failure on your part that you failed to love yourself, that you failed to be confident. It's actually a sign of, okay, maybe I have to redirect. Maybe I'm not meant to be here. Because when you're on the right path, you will feel really, really good about yourself. That's how it's coming through. There is maybe a hint with the Nine of Pentacles as well, because this represents you being independent. That doesn't necessarily mean alone, but independent means that you are free to do your own thing, that you can take care of yourself, you can support yourself, you can sustain yourself, you have freedom in your life, you have flexibility in your life, you have a well-rounded and balanced life. So that might be a hint for some of you that on the right path, you will not be, you will not be pigeonholed. And I was rambling about pigeons earlier, but that is the word. You would not be pigeonholed into one role, into having to always show up as the same one facet of yourself, the same version of yourself. On the right path, you will have room to grow and evolve and change and show up in all versions of yourself. I think typecast is another word for it. And you will not, I feel like the right path does not involve you having to devote all of your time and energy to one thing. The right path feels well-rounded, like you're supported to have a well-rounded and balanced life. I guess I don't see most of you, for example, working 60 hours a week on this one goal, or all of my thoughts are being consumed by this one person. It seems like your energy will not all I'm imagining like a Tupperware when it's tilted and everything falls into one side of it. Your life is not going to be like that, where all of your thoughts, energy, efforts are going into one project, one goal, one relationship. It doesn't feel like that. And that's not be all end all for everyone. Maybe some people's right path does look like that and all their energy is concentrated into one thing. But I just very often feel with Nine of Pentacles a more well-rounded and full, like the whole Tupperware has evenly dispersed food in it. That is more the feeling that I get with Nine of Pentacles. And with the Seven of Cups, there is a feeling that, first of all, I often see with this card that the process of elimination could be helpful if you have many options in front of you. There may be like, I don't know if I want to do this or this, but there may be something that you really know you don't want to do that could provide some clues for you of what the right path is. So for example, if you're like, I don't know what I want to do for a career, but I do know that I really, really, really don't want to do this career. Figuring out what it is about that career that makes it so unappealing, what it is that you wouldn't like to do, can help you then find out what you do need. And you can look at the options in front of you that you're considering and see which one has more of those traits that I'm trying to move away from, and which one sounds more like the opposite of that, if that makes sense. There could also be something that you're holding on to because you like the idea of it, or you like the idea of its potential, what it could become. So not what it actually is right now, but what you think it could become, or the image of it. So going back to that example of the person who's thinking of leaving a relationship, again, just an example, but they may be thinking, I don't want to leave this person, but their reasoning for it is like, I don't want to leave this person because I don't want to be single again. I don't want to be single at this age. I don't want to go back to dating. There's something, an idea that they like or an idea that they don't like, rather than the reality of what they need to do. Or I don't want to leave this person because they could change. They could change in the future. Which is, again, just an idea. It's not what they're actually dealing with. Or they like the idea of being married socially or something like that. So another hint could be asking yourself, am I drawn to this path because of some idea I have about it? Or is it the actual reality of the path? Do I like the idea of this goal because it sounds cool or it sounds good to be someone who has achieved that goal? Or do I actually want the everyday reality of working towards it? Do I want to be a doctor because they get paid well, or because they're respected, or because my family will be proud of me? Or do I actually want to go through the training and go through all of the education and go through all of the long hours? So thinking about the reality of what you are signing up for versus the idea of obtaining a certain goal. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I like that a lot of these ended up being hints in making the right decision, because like I said, I feel like it's not the same thing for everyone. For some of you, it will be, okay, then I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And for others of you, it will be, okay, then I need to make some changes. But we do have the Chariot, which is beautiful. It's moving forward. Ooh. Okay, wait, look at the duality between these two. I love that we have Two of Wands underneath that, because that card is literally about planning your future and having options. It's also about independence, so there's that word again, being independent. I think it's so interesting how we go from, there's like the two creatures here, and this person is drowning, looks like, or sinking, going to now you are the master of the creatures and you're running forward. This feels like sinking. This feels like thriving. So, and maybe these two creatures represent like path A and path B, represent the choice that you have to make. And I think this is you going from feeling like you are at the mercy of this crossroads, or feeling powerless, feeling like you don't know what the best choice is, to then feeling super empowered in your choice. Because the Chariot, it is about moving forward with confidence. It's about victory. Oh, there's a fly in here. I don't know what that is, but it's very cute, like fluttery looking fly. That just distracted me. But I think it's the fear. It's like a fear of making the wrong choice that I think stops you from really feeling what you are passionate about. Because there's this feeling of, I feel passionate about this, but what if it's wrong? I feel passionate about this, but what if it's not what I'm supposed to be doing? I think if you could become that person who passion itself is the goal, then you would always know what to do, because you would go where you feel passionate about. But I feel like you're moving through the world as someone where passion is not the goal. It's just a factor to consider. Like, yeah, my heart lights up. That makes me very joyful and passionate, but is it the right thing to do? Well, oh, is that the same fly? Or is it a different one? It just came and flew right in my face. Which might be another sign, like, you know, not just seeing a butterfly, but having a butterfly like fly right up in your face, or a bird. That's happened to me before too. Just like, woof, right up close. What was I saying? Yeah. That passion itself is the goal. It's not just one factor, or it's very important, maybe more important than you are making it right now. This is what I love to do, but is it the right thing to do? Well, you just said it. Because it's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what your spiritual team wants you to know. I feel like it's a deity or an angel who is working with you. Very powerful, very big. At the end of the day, that is what you're trying to find. That is what you should be asking yourself. What do I want to do? What am I passionate about? And I'm also hearing that you are very lucky and very blessed to be a passionate person. And if there's something that you're passionate about, you should consider yourself very, very lucky, because it's like there's some people out there who don't have a passion, or who haven't found it, who don't know what it is. And then you're over here, you have this passion, but you deny yourself it. You have this passion, but you doubt if it's right. Some of you may have shame surrounding what you really love, or whom you really love, or what lights you up. You might even have shame surrounding being lit up in that way, or feeling joy in that way. But there's a message of once you make passion the destination, decisions become very easy, and you don't drown in that feeling of, what should I do? What is the right thing? So yeah, I feel like these are all pieces of advice on how to interpret these signs, because the signs itself aren't telling you you should stay. The signs itself aren't telling you you should go. I think they're actually just trying to empower you and remind you that it is up to you, and what you want is the right answer. What you want is enough, and nothing outside of you can tell you that, not even the universe itself. You are the universe. You are the universe expressing itself for this moment through your human self. So if you think about it that way, going in the direction of your joy, going in the direction of your desire, that is the greatest way you can honor the universe. The universe wants to see what it's like through your perspective. Yeah. So I think those are all the messages for my group number 3s. So yeah, just also want to say, because I'm looking at the zodiac signs, we have Cancer here, we have Pisces here, Leo energy, and then we have Venus in Scorpio and Venus in Virgo, which are a bit more specific. There could be, that's interesting though, because like if you're a Cancer or a Leo, you could have Venus in Virgo. Yeah. But anyway, any of those placements could be significant, but I think those are all of the messages. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick a card readings just like this one, and you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I'll also have my latest release link down below, and finally my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to your higher self, your spirit guides, also to anyone who appeared in this reading directly or indirectly. I'm sending love to the angels and or the deities who are working with you, your guides, your whole spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye! Hi number 4s, so if you guys chose the green moonstone, this is going to be a reading all about why you are seeing signs. So I want to start by taking a look at this oracle card, and I want to read this one from the guidebook. This is the Familiar Spirit Oracle, which I have just received. It was so kindly sent to me by the creator, and this part of the reading can be like an energy check. So if you resonate with the animal that appears for you, if you resonate with the passage in the guidebook, then that can be your sign that this is your group. So let's see what we have for my group number 4s. You have the armadillo, self-protection mode. Okay, and let's take a look in the guidebook. The armadillo is on page number 5. The armadillo helps armor you and defend your boundaries. It teaches you how to protect yourself and when you can drop your defenses. It imparts invulnerability, allowing you to feel deeply secure in any environment and situation. Thanks to the spirit of the armadillo, you can learn to safeguard your space and grant access only when you truly want to. The keywords are armor, impregnability, boundaries, protection, security, hiding, and roots. So from this passage, it definitely looks like one of the reasons you are seeing signs is because you are protected. So it could be in general that someone wants you to know that they are protecting you, or there could be a specific situation in your life right now that someone is trying to warn you about, and they want to protect you from some negative energy or from a negative outcome. So let's look at the rest of our oracle cards and see what else we can figure out about these signs. So we have intuition, we have grandmas, you don't have to face everything alone, comfort, nurturing energy, and support. We have self-love. And then we have surrender to the divine with the full moon. Wow, okay. The fact that we have this grandma's card If you have a grandmother or a maternal figure who is on the other side, the signs could be very well coming from them. I feel like the signs at the very least are coming from a passed on loved one or an ancestor of yours, someone who does feel very nurturing and protective over you. And the fact that we have a full moon here, with the moon being a symbol of divine feminine energy, I do think that this is a feminine soul. So someone who was female when they were incarnate with you. It just feels like a loving and motherly energy. Also, the fact that we have the full moon with intuition. This is someone who is helping you to trust your intuition. And on that note, when we're talking about protection messages and someone watching over you, you have probably already intuitively felt that this soul is with you and that they're guiding you and protecting you, and this is confirming that. And you may also intuitively know what you are being protected from, because it might be a situation or a person that felt off or that gave you a bad feeling. And so the signs are here to let you know, like, I know this situation feels a little bit sketchy. I know you're worried about this, but I want you to know that nothing bad is going to happen to you. Like, I'm not going to let anything or anyone mess with you. This is giving kind of like mama bear energy. This soul who is guiding over you is like a mama bear. So if anyone or anything tried to mess with you, they're gonna get it, okay? Like, no... Yeah, you are out of harm's way. You are safe. That is what the signs are trying to let you know. I also think that you are being encouraged, like this self-love card says, and like this armadillo card says, to develop strong boundaries. Because you also have the ability to protect yourself, just as this soul is protecting you. And I love that it says you don't have to face everything alone. It's like you're not going to be left alone, and we're in this together. And just as you can empower yourself to build strong boundaries, you are also going to be divinely protected. And that's so beautiful, because it's like they have to work together, you know? Sometimes you could have the most love for yourself and you could have the strongest boundaries, like the most healthy boundaries in the world, and someone could still reach you with their clownery sometimes, you know? It just happens. And in the same way, you could be so divinely protected, but if you have poor boundaries, you could still let in some foolishness. So these two energies have to work together. And so I think that's another thing that these signs are trying to tell you. It's like saying, I've got you on my end. I wanted to say we've got you, actually. So there's probably multiple loved ones or multiple ancestors who are protecting you. And at the same time, we want you to keep working on your boundaries. And I would say start with the self-love, because what I'm hearing is that actually it could go both ways. I was gonna say start with the self-love and the boundaries will follow, because when you love yourself, you will naturally want to place those boundaries for yourself. However, for others of you, it could work the other way, where maybe you are struggling to love yourself, but if you just put in the practice of boundaries, it's like you will fall in love with the act of taking care of yourself because of how good it makes you feel. So for those of you who are struggling on a self-love journey, boundaries could be what really helps you. The more you set them, the better you feel. You realize, oh wow, like there is really something to looking out for me and taking care of me. And you fall in love with that practice that could lead you to self-love. So that's the messages. You are protected, you are loved, you are watched over, you are out of harm's way. If you were feeling fishy about something, that is being confirmed. So please don't ignore. If you're like, this feels sketchy, or this feels off, or this person's vibe feels negative, don't ignore that, because your intuition is correct. But at the same time, don't panic about that, because they cannot hurt you. They cannot do anything lasting to damage your journey to success or your journey to happiness. So let's get into our tarot now. Actually, let me sip some tea because it is very dry in here. I am drinking burdock tea today. It is delicious, and my mom said it's good for your liver. Okay. My group number 4s. I get such a lovely energy from this grandma's card. It's funny that I think those are fish outside the window because we were talking about you're protected from any fishiness. And also, there could be a message of there's plenty of fish in the sea, so you don't need to entertain these fishy people. I think you have spirit guides who have very high standards for you, that sometimes to the point of being a little bit annoying is the word that's coming to my mind. Because it's very much giving rejection as divine protection, but the guide who is protecting you has very high standards. Like you're not gonna come around my baby with that energy. Okay, what else do my group number 4s need to know about these signs? Where are the signs trying to lead them, and what will happen if they follow them? We have the Chariot. Beautiful card about moving forward with trust in your gut and in your intuition. I feel like the number 7 could be very significant for this group because we have the number 7 here. I was just about to be like, oh, number 7 and also 43 adds up to 7, but so does 61. So that is 3 7s in your reading. It could be a number that you see, or the life path 7 could also be significant. What else do my group number 4s need to know? What else do my group number 4s need to know about these signs? We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 2 of Wands. And the 4 of Cups. And then at the bottom of the deck, that makes so much sense, we have the Empress. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because we've been talking about a protective energy, a loving energy, a feminine, a divine feminine, motherly energy. That is exactly what the Empress is. So I think the Empress describes, it describes the soul. Oh, okay, my ears are ringing a lot right now, which could also be a sign that your loved ones are trying to communicate with you. But I was gonna say, I feel like the Empress does describe this guide who is protecting you, but it also describes you, because I do think that you are a descendant of this soul. Because yeah, I think this is an ancestor. It's someone in your lineage, and so you kind of carry a lot of the same qualities and the same energy. I think you have inherited a lot from this soul, and you are like kindred spirits. You may actually incarnate together a lot. So for example, it would be like if your mother is your mother in every lifetime, or if your maybe your sisters in one lifetime, but you're always together. It feels like a soul that you really stay close to. Oh, I'm getting quite emotional right now. There's a feeling of, I don't know, being a part is quite hard. Being apart is quite hard. I wonder, yeah. I wonder if you were at a distance from them at some point. Like you were incarnate together, but you were at a distance, because I just got a feeling of you missing each other. Crows could also be a sign of this soul. But what I was going to say is that the Empress represents both of you. So if you're doing readings for yourself or getting a reading done, or if you're watching readings and you see the Empress card come out, that could be a sign of this guide, or it could also be representing you, which is beautiful. The Empress is the epitome of unconditional love, fertility, generosity, warmth, nurturing, and beauty, like inner beauty and outer beauty. I think this guide wants you to know how beautiful you are on the inside and out, how precious you are. And that's why they are protective over you. I also think that Cancer, well, there's a lot of Cancer energy here. Well, 2 Cancer energies with the Chariot and the 4 of Cups, which could also just be a symbol of maternal energy, because Cancer does represent the mother. Although you or someone significant to you could have Cancer placements. There's a feeling of they're protecting you from the outside, but from the inside as well. So from any beliefs you could have, from any ways of thinking, ways of viewing the world, or any habits, like anything internal from you that you have that could be holding you back from your greatest joy and your truest potential, I feel like they are helping you with that as well. You might pay attention to what you're thinking about when these signs come up, because I feel like when you are getting into a spiral mentally, you know, when you spiral and you circle through the same negative thoughts over and over again, or when you're getting into a mood where you're really getting down on yourself, where you're really feeling your limitations and feeling like, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough for that, or when you're in kind of a self-deprecating mood, that is when you may actually receive signs and messages, because they're trying to help you out of that. They're trying to help you out of that energy. This is really, it's just so interesting how, I think this is a mirror. And so the person sees themselves as trapped or held down or incapable, but in their true self, they have no such limitations. So you may have some perceptions of yourself and what you're capable of that are simply not true, and that may be hindering you on your self-love journey, or that may be hindering you from setting the boundaries that will make you happiest. And so I also feel like this guide is assisting you with that, and wants to help you realize that you are stronger than you think, that you are freer than you think, that you are more capable than you think. And with the 2 of Wands, this is so beautiful, because this gives a feeling of the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster, and your future is whatever you want to make it. And I think with this 4 of Cups, for those of you who chose this group, you may sometimes feel dissatisfied with your life, especially a feeling of boredom or disappointment. Like, I want bigger things to be happening. Nothing exciting is happening. You may want more adventure, you may want more challenge, you may want bigger opportunities, you may want bigger successes, and then something in your head tells you to stop. That whether that's to avoid disappointment, or something is telling you that you don't deserve all of those big things, or that it's wrong to want all of those big things. It's like this part of you, and it's so interesting because this is Cups, like this is your heart, and this is Swords, this is your head. So your heart feels bored, or your heart feels disappointed, and your heart wants bigger, more exciting, more blessings, more adventures, and that's good. I think this guide wants to promote that and help that in your life. And then your head tries to put a brake on that, tries to stop you from dreaming too big or from wanting more, maybe shames you and like calls you like, oh, you should be grateful for what you have, or what makes you think that you could achieve those things anyway, and kind of puts these chains on you and shuts you down. And I'm feeling emotional again because I think that this guide sees what, not only what you're truly capable of, but frankly what was meant for you. What was meant for you and what was destined for you, and sees how you could be getting in the way of your own blessings by shutting them down before you even give yourself a chance to feel the excitement of what your life could be like. And maybe lets other people, we're talking about boundaries, maybe lets other people get in your head. You might consciously or subconsciously let more small-minded worldviews get into your head. If you're surrounded by people who see the world through their own limiting beliefs, then that can affect how you see the world too. And this guide wants to help free you from that. So they want to give you love, they want to give you protection, they want to give you empowerment. And I think the signs you see, first of all, let you know that they're present and let you know how loved you are and how beautiful you are. A beautiful human and a beautiful soul. And the signs encourage you to imagine what is possible for you. But to do that, I think you need to allow yourself to admit that you wish for more, that you wish there was more. You can be grateful for the things you have and also wish that there was more. And the reason you wish that in the first place is because there is more for you and your soul knows that. Some of you may have a thirst to see more of the world, or just to have a bigger world to explore, because we have this globe here, we have the earth here. The Chariot, that feels very much like a desire to set out. I feel like your spirit has a thirst for exploration, or thirst for adventure, maybe even for travel. But there's just this feeling of shutting down those desires or shutting down those longings before they really get a chance. And I think that does have to do with, I guess, needing more self-love. Because you in your truest expression does believe that all of this is possible, and does have the drive and the will to go out there and explore and go out there and make your dreams happen. But I think what's happened is that maybe you absorb other people's more limited worldviews or other people's more pessimistic worldviews, and that does come from a lack of boundaries and feeling like if someone has a different worldview than me, then they must be right and I must be wrong and I should accommodate their worldview. And so it's like this reading is saying, if we had stronger boundaries in place and more self-love, we would be able to face these more limited worldviews and be like, I see you, I see your way of living, that's great for you, but I disagree. Like, I'm not gonna live my life that way. And if you're gonna try to convince me to make myself smaller or make my aspirations smaller or make my world smaller or shame me for wanting more, I'm not gonna have that. Like, I'm not gonna let that in. You know, I remember this passage was talking about being invulnerable, and I think impregnable was one of the words, which is funny because there's a pregnant person. But yeah, like, not even that stuff, not even getting access to you or not getting to infiltrate the way you see things. And so this guide is saying, don't let them affect what you believe is possible for yourself. To really love yourself is to believe in the way you see things and believe in your perspective. And that even if your experience is subjective, it's valid and it's the one that you should follow. Your perspective is valid too. And it doesn't have to, people don't have to agree with it because they're not objectively right either. And I think that this doubting if your worldview is correct, or doubting if it's okay to want the things that you want, doubting if it's okay to need the things you need, doubting if it's okay to expect the things you expect, to dream the things you dream, that has maybe caused you to let in people that are not good for you, experiences that are not good for you, because you're like, well, I don't feel good about this, but maybe I'm wrong anyway. So it's about getting back in touch with your intuition. Yeah, that's really it. Your intuition, your self-love, and your boundaries. That is why this guide is here. That is why these signs are here. And protection as well. I love this collective. Like, I feel like I've said this so many times today, but you're destined to do great things. And there's no shame in that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, my group number 4s. These are all of the messages that I'm seeing for you, so I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch tons of timeless, exclusive pick-a-card readings just like this one, and you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I'll also have my latest release link down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to your beautiful spirit guides, and to anyone who appeared in this reading directly or indirectly. I'm sending love to your higher self and all of your ancestors, your loved ones, whether they are here or on the other side. I'm sending love to all of them. And thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!